Let's get one thing straight. Anxiety is not your problem. Your lack of direction is. Hi, my name is Jay, and in this video, I'm going to share with you what I've been doing for the last 5 years working with my clients, helping them break free of their mental patterns that keep them stuck. And in this video, I'm also going to show you how to overcome anxiety, overthinking, self-doubt. When over the last few years, as I've been working with people, I've seen that when someone feels anxious, their first reaction is to, I gotta calm down. I gotta suppress this anxiety. And I found that rarely works. How do you calm down when you're anxious? What do people usually do? They actually try to distract themselves. If they're feeling anxious, they'll go and do something that will take their mind off the anxiety. And that has the effect of temporarily reducing the symptoms of anxiety, like a fast heartbeat, like a dry mouth, because you're distracting yourself. You can watch Netflix, you can play video games, you can go eat food, you can go talk to your friends, or just do pretty much anything. But there's no real progress or work being done on actually addressing the core root problem. And what is the core root problem? So any emotion, whether it's anger, whether it's anxiety, whether it's frustration, there's a tag attached to some of these emotions. When it comes to love, feeling care, compassion, these are all considered to be positive emotions. And anxiety, fear, frustration are considered to be negative, and you're not supposed to have these emotions. They're bad. But what if they weren't bad at all? What if they were the body trying to tell you something? What if it was just the body giving you an alarm signal that there is a feeling of not being safe, that there is an uncertainty about the future? And wouldn't that be normal for there to be an alarm? Like, let's say you're a ship and you're in the ocean, and let's say that you've kind of misdirected and gone into a different path. Your course has changed. Your navigation systems aren't working to get you, to your destination. Wouldn't it be normal for the ship to be on high alert? Wouldn't it be normal for alarm bells ringing everywhere to get everyone up, awake, and see what the problem is? What would be a smart thing to do at that time? Would it be to distract yourself with watching social media, or reels, or do some other nonsense? Or would it be, okay, let's get to the control room, let's get to the engine, let's see what's going on? Why is there a problem with the ship? Why is there alarm bells ringing? So different things drive different people. And if you don't have a clear sense of direction, imagine you're the ship and you don't even have a clear sense of where you're going. Isn't it normal to have alarm bells then ringing all the time? And people say, I've got generalized anxiety. I've got generalized anxiety disorder. I'm not one to comment on any disorder. But I will say that if you do not have a clear sense of direction in your life, if you don't know where you're going, I don't know how you can expect to live without having any sense of anxiety about where you're headed, about having a sense of uncertainty about what's going to happen tomorrow. I think it's normal. You might be driven by achievement, but if you're somebody who's driven by achievement, but you don't have a very clear goal or outcome that resonates with you at a deep level, then you're going to keep changing what achievement means for you. Your goalpost will keep changing depending upon other people, and it'll keep changing all the time, and that is stressful. Or maybe you're somebody who is in fear of, oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? If I actually try to achieve my goal, what if I achieve my goal and I can't handle it? And therefore you don't even want to create a goal in the first place. Or maybe you're somebody who's waiting for the perfect time to take action. Maybe you've got a goal planned out, but you're waiting for the perfect time, for things to be just right to take action. Regardless of what kind of person you are, I've worked with all of these kinds of people. In fact, I am one of these kinds of people. I'm more of a perfectionistic, the last kind of person. It's very difficult for me to take action unless I've got everything planned out. The thing is, the longer I wait, the less likely it is that I'm going to take any action at all. And so what I've realized is that unless I have clarity about where I'm going in life, unless I have clarity about what exactly is it that I want, I am going to feel anxious. So what do you do in a situation like this? So I was working with somebody yesterday, one of my clients, and he comes to me. He's got a great financial stability. He's got a great family, very loving family, a great job. He seems to like his job as well, and even he's got great health. But he keeps Every time he meets me, he says, Jay, I'm feeling anxious. Jay, I'm feeling anxious. Jay, I'm feeling anxious. And I do a little bit of check. Okay, so how's your health? What's going on here? Everything's fine. And he says everything's fine, but he's still feeling anxious. And what I realized is that the focus of his mind, what he was focused on the entire time, was what could go wrong, what could go wrong, what could go wrong, you know. And he was spending very little time of his actually in planning out the life that he wants to live in the future. And I just don't mean the kind of cars that he wants, or the houses that he wants, or the vacations he wants to go on, but what would his life mean beyond the struggle of everyday life, beyond the struggle of making bills, paying bills, without the struggle of a salary, without the struggle of family and children and all the responsibilities. What does his life mean beyond that? What is his plan? He had no idea. In fact, he spent most of his time thinking about what could go wrong, then thinking about what comes next in his life. And I can completely understand why his body was giving the signal like, oh, hello, wake up, wake up, wake up, like alarm bells, because he had no idea where he was going to go in life tomorrow and how he was going to get there, because he wasn't thinking about it. But as we started bringing that into his sense of attention, into his, and he created a whole list of things that he wanted from life, I saw that his whole demeanor changed. He went from someone with an anxious body language to somebody who was looking like he was ready to attack life, like he was trying to look excited, enthusiastic, and it was incredible to see. So if you're somebody who is right now stuck in overthinking, try this. Right? What I want you to do is this. I want you to take a piece of paper, a pen, and just write down 50 things that you want to accomplish in your life. Like 50 things that you want to experience, 50 things that you want to do, 50 things that you want. Could be anything, right? And if you say, Jay, 50 things, how do I think of 50 things? I mean, be creative, and don't come from what you think you can do today, right? Think of, what if you could do anything? What if you could have anything? Then what are 50 things that you would want? I know this sounds like really bizarre, maybe even corny. Come on. But the thing is that if you're somebody who's overthinking and in self-doubt and anxiety, by shifting your mind's focus towards something that is productive, something that you want, something that's exciting in your future, it's going to make you feel different. So just try it out. Yeah. Take 50 things that you want to do and just write them down. Give yourself 5-10 minutes to complete this task. Now, once you've done this, right, what I want you to do is come up with 3 things. Look at that list. Look at that list that you've made and come up with 3 things that you want to really, really, really focus on this year. Okay? And then 3 things that you want to focus on over the next 3 years. And then 3 things that you want to focus on over the next 5 years. And then 3 things that you want to focus on that you want, after 5 years. So about 15 things that you want to focus on out of the 50. And when you look at those 15 things and you envision your life, yeah, in the next 1 year, in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 15 years, and envision yourself at the end of that time period, looking back and seeing everything that you accomplished. Who do you become? Who is this person? What's your sense of confidence? Are you somebody who's an overthinker? Are you somebody who is anxious? Or are you somebody who looks at a problem and attacks? Are you somebody that looks at a problem and immediately finds a solution? Where is your mind's focus? Just pay attention to that. The bottom line is this. Think about a time in your life where you felt truly unstoppable. Wasn't it because you felt absolutely certain about what you wanted? And if you're having trouble, becoming that certain again, finding that greater part of you again, I have something that could blow your minds that will absolutely help you. There's a link in the description. You can go ahead and click on that link, because what we're going to show you there is a whole community of people who are dedicated to, overcome these patterns that hold you back in life. I've got an excellent assessment that will give you the full pattern of your personality. It will tell you why these anxieties, why the overthinking, why the self-doubt even comes up in the first place. It's brilliant. So, the assessment is free. You can come and check us out completely for free, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant if you decide to come and do that. And if not, you want to just keep watching the YouTube videos, that's fine as well. I'm just here to want to make sure that these tools reach you, this work mission reaches you. As one of my mentors says, make sure that you grab life by the horns and live with passion.